So let's talk about how much money I spent as a naive college freshman. Hey wealth builders, and welcome back to another episode. If this is your first time seeing one of our videos, my name is Akiva, and on this channel we make sense of all things money for young adults just like me. So if you want to start adulting with your finances, building wealth, and using your money to live a life that you love, why don't you go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button and come join the Wealth Builder Squad. And while you're at it, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you never miss when we post new videos. So let's set some context. Back in 2013, I graduated high school and I started college. And in the summer between high school and college, I got my first ever job. So this job netted me close to $1,000 over the course of the summer. And in addition to that, I also had two smaller scholarships of about $500 that I had received when I graduated from high school. And these were cash scholarships that I just had to use how I pleased. So I started off my college journey with around $2,000 to my name. Now I didn't work at all during my freshman year of college just because I wanted to get acclimated to my new environment, my new city, my new school, and I just wanted to focus on my academics and not have the additional responsibility of having a job to worry about on top of that. So I had $2,000 to last me throughout my entire freshman year. So this could easily have been a recipe for disaster. I was 16 years old, I knew nothing about personal finance, and this was the most money that I'd ever had in my name at that point in my life. So that's just such a dangerous combination. This could have went so wrong so quickly. So I thought it would be a fun idea to take a trip down memory lane, look back and see how I spent my money back then, and talk about what I may have done differently. So I went back and pulled all of my bank statements between August of 2013 and the end of April of 2014 when my freshman year ended. The total amount that I spent during that time period was $1,690.73. That amount in today's dollars adjusted for inflation is about $1,850. Now let's break this down and see where my money actually went to. So of that almost $1,700, I spent $417.71 on textbooks, and pretty much entirely from Amazon. I spent $301.57 on groceries. That would have included any toiletries, cleaning supplies, any frozen meals, bits and bobs of things that I needed to get at the grocery store. That's what that $301 was for. And so after textbooks, which are, you can argue a necessary expense, and groceries, things that I needed, that left me with $971.45 that I spent. I spent $219.75 on travel, and that was basically bus tickets back and forth between DC area where I went to school and New York where I'm from. So textbooks, groceries, and traveling back and forth to see my family really took up 56% of my entire spending for the year. I spent a total of $208.92 on eating out. So like I just mentioned, I did live on campus, and I went to a pretty small school, and so everybody at the school who lived on campus was required to have a meal plan, and there was only one meal plan. Different colleges might have different tiers. We only had one. If you lived in the dorm, you had the one unlimited meal plan, and there really wasn't anywhere for me to cook my own meals if I didn't like what was in the cafeteria. So those are usually the times when I would eat out. And then also our school was an Adventist school, and they only serve vegetarian food on campus. So if I just wasn't really feeling to eat vegetarian food that day and I maybe wanted some meat or something else, just anything different, that's what that went to. So basically $200 for the entire freshman year I spent on eating out, which I don't think is that bad. My largest transaction for eating out was $33.99 at Applebee's. Let's see where I used to eat back then. Got a few Chipotle transactions. We got a Red Lobster, Tom's Chinese Kitchen, which is our local Chinese spot, IHOP, Taco Bell, regular schmegular places. I spent $245.94 on various miscellaneous transactions that I didn't, otherwise categorize. Let's see, we got CVS, Rite Aid, the cleaners, a lot of CVS. got an ATM transaction, my yearly Amazon Prime student membership, which was a must back then. Got Six Flags. The most surprising thing to me was that I actually spent a decent amount of money on clothing. I spent $172.16 that year on clothes. And I mean, I guess it wasn't that surprising. My freshman year of college, I was really trying to stop wearing my loads of hand-me-downs and, you know, merge into my adulthood and, you know, just buy things that I actually really needed. I remember part of that spend was $40 on 2 pairs of boots for a Black Friday sale that I still wear religiously to this day. So I would say that's probably money well spent. I don't think anything I may have bought back then I don't wear today. So it is what it is. I spent $93.04 on my hair. I paid somebody to get my box braids done. And then I spent $31.64 on a Christmas gift. My largest singular transaction was the $80 that I paid to the person to do my box braids. And my most frequent purchase was, no surprise, at Amazon. So now that we've seen what I spent for my freshman year, would I have done anything differently? And I think the biggest thing that I would have done differently is that, as you can see, I basically spent all of the money that I have and I didn't have much left over at the end of the year. So even as a student with not a lot of bills or responsibilities, I still feel like I could have spent a little bit less and I should have saved a little bit more as a buffer in case, you know, anything happened. I still needed a cash cushion. And after my freshman year, I began working on campus, and since then, I always had at least $1,000 in my account at all times as my emergency fund while I was a student. Now, what did living off of less than $2,000 in a year teach me? First of all, it taught me how to budget. I had a finite amount of money, a large sum of money for me at that point, and I had to learn how to make it last over my entire freshman year. It also taught me discipline. I had to prioritize what I wanted to spend my money on because I knew that I had a finite amount of money. And it also helped that I didn't even really have the option to turn to credit cards because I was too young to get a credit card on my own at that point. And God knows I did not need to be messing with no credit cards at that point in my life because I didn't even know how they worked. Like I said, I knew nothing about nothing. So I was glad that, one, I didn't really know how they worked to get one, and two, I wasn't even really able to get one to put myself into a deeper financial hole. If you enjoyed this video, you might like our video on the 3 things that college students waste their money on, or any other one of our very valuable videos that will be popping up on your screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.